Captain on deck.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. And that's it. You're cleared to land at Hopetown.
Whatever you want. I bet your whole house.
I have things for you.
Captain
What can I
Kevin,
help you with?
hello. I am satisfied to see
I
that
do.
you survived your most recent sleep
Until
cycle.
later.
It's you! I can hardly believe it.
I don't want to hear anything.
Excuse me. A little desperate here. This is such a long shot. All right, Adela. Oh, God. Ugh. When I signed on, and now I'm a hair. You are sincere. So, I fly. We do bulk ship. Have you ever? You get it then. So I just got assigned to the Markov. As soon as I left, everyone demanding it. I skipped the system. I don't know. I was just, but some bad people. I'm getting to that part. A tracker just landed, but the trick is, everyone. So if you. You are. He's the one with the cowboy.
Ron Hope. I remember meeting Ron.
If you need anything, just ask for me.
I'm new in town. What's your name, stranger? Fahim, huh? I bet you didn't know. Two ways this can go. Bounty says you made off with a haul of medical supplies. I get a bonus if I turn the ship. I figure they're in the... Looks like a place that doesn't mind some color. Or you can surrender. Nobody ever picks it. So you didn't shoot your way off. The bounty is pretty damn... But something... Maybe... Putting a death mark on a captain for charity? It is awfully suspicious. People do... All right. Whatever you were shit. Whatever you say, Fahim. One more drink and...
As vital as...
Okay, hello. This can't be happening. I mean, maybe. I feel like I can... You're right. You're a literal light.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
You don't need to wear your helmet in here. You know that, right? Been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to
Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, was it that obvious? Oh, I thought I could handle these memories, but I would like that. One problem, though. Pinpointing the... I think we need to start by... The Dauntless took heavy fire to the dockings. We had 3 shuttles. One was destroyed, and the other 2 were damaged. Shortly after I evacuated, the UC listed it as lost, so I assume... What's there to tell? Still... Oh, it turned out that my shuttle had just enough power to allow an emergency landing on... I wouldn't call what I did a soft... Hold on. I don't know the exact location. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and... Your instincts are right. Logan and I butted heads more than once during my time with the Navigator. Look, I hope this isn't asking too much. Last... That's why, truth is, I'm scared. If I begin to fall apart... I know you will. You've always been there. I've been so busy searching the stars for answers. Something I've seriously considered. You're right. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough. Hopefully, it'll bring... Hell of a city, isn't it? There's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
Hello there, your poise, your stature. Can I help you with something? I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. Ah. I'm only joking, of course. For a collector, like myself, I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here.
If it belongs on your ship, there's a bit more in the back if you're... Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
Pretty rough. It's hard to not worry that it might
Another day, another credit. Oh, hi there. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I've been trying to save up. I think we're. Really, I really love my job, but really, take care of yourself.
Go for it.
Just doesn't add up.
It seems like a small decision. But they all add up over time.
How the hell does a whole herd of Terramors touch down undetected?
One day, I have a feeling today's... Oh, thank you so much. Here, take this. Thanks again. I can't complain. Take care.
Scientifically speaking, terraforming is a We've got a lot there. Frankly, what's the point if that jump to new planets and we can't even breathe the air? It's really rough, for sure. It's just the usual
Greetings, citizen. Welcome to the UC.
Excuse me?
Sarah Morgan. It's been, what, almost 10 years?
Admiral, it's, good to see you again, sir.
You're not required to address me as sir. That protocol ended the moment you dropped your clusters on my desk, remember?
Look, Admiral, I'm not here to open old wounds.
Old wounds is an interesting turn of phrase, given our past. Listen to me, Commander. I'm not sure why you're here, but whatever it is, why don't you just get to it?
I'm here because I need your help, Admiral.
You need my help. That's interesting. The last time we spoke, you made it quite clear that you were turning your back on the Navy.
That was a decade ago. Things change. People change. Admiral, please. I didn't come here to argue. I'm here to come to terms with my past.
Your past is sitting in a closed file in the archives. That's where you left it when you walked out on the United Colonies. And what about you? Just who in the blazes are you? Very well. Then, as a good friend, perhaps you could kindly explain to me why I shouldn't have the both of you escorted from the building.
With all due respect, Admiral, this is ridiculous. If you have a problem with me, then there's no need to berate my colleague.
I don't have a problem with you, Commander. I'm simply trying to determine why you deserve the Navy's help.
That's quite a noble gesture. Is this true, Commander?
It's about Cassiopeia, Admiral. I'm heading back there to find out what happened to the crew of the Dauntless, and hopefully, to bring their legacy home.
That sounds like a dangerous operation. Are you certain it's worth the risk?
I don't know.
I see. The fact that you'd risk your own lives to solve this mystery speaks volumes.
They were my responsibility, Admiral. One way or another, I intend to bring them home.
I understand. And I believe I owe you an apology, Commander. Our last encounter has obviously distorted my impression of your character. What can I do to help?
If you wouldn't mind allowing me to access the files regarding my rescue, I'd be most grateful, Admiral.
That shouldn't be too difficult. I've sent all the relevant information to you, Slades. Was there anything else?
No, Admiral. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me, Commander. I just hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia.
What's next for me and you?
I'm not going near that thing.
Technically, I am. So.
Technically, you're an asshole. So...
Look alive.
Just in
We
time.
need to talk.
You there. We need to speak with you.
Hold it right there.
Thanks for the...
We've got various... You gonna be enough?
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the... I'm Operative Collins. These...
Oh, by all means. Welcome to that.
It's an AI.
Killed our technic. It's dangerous.
Correction.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's a rogue AI.
Correction. They are going to.
Wow. Something like that. Brought along this control board, we can use... It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe.
I just need that control board attached to that.
And that's where I think...
It goes right over the... Well, yeah. Just be careful. Well... What are the chances that'll happen? Come on, where's your set?
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation.
It's in your best interest. Just imagine what we could...
And we aren't really You aren't walking out of here.
Correction.
Here.
Request. Collect. Query. Will you change? Clarification. I do not require help. Context. I am called Juno. Assumption. We are friends. Request. Assumption. Context. You are also hallucinating machine. Request. Assumption. Request.
I don't think either of us are fully qualified to define humanity.
Let's move this along. Shush! This is fascinating.
Query. Context. You are a machine. Answer. My friends gave me a clarification. Context. My... Answer. I am hallucinating. Context. All person calculation. Context. I am called Juno. Clarification. Explanation. My intelligence.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that as much as I'm...
Calculation. Request. Query. What? Context. Warning. Warning.
Context. Request.
Good show. I like your style. I dig how you handled that.
That's that. Smart choice. Yeah, I thought...
Maybe we'll see you around the office. You should come out with us for... Me too. A lot. It is a stressful job. And there's nothing. Now you go on.
In the meantime?
Not it.
Fine by me.
Oh, I always forget about that. Well played.
Systems initialization complete. Warning. Malicious code detected. Warning. Core systems corrupted. Context. I am processing. Changed. Calculation. I processing. Am confused. Assumption. Anger would be the appropriate human emotion. Context. Unnecessary occupants. Decision. Vent oxygen and disable life support.
Well, that didn't work, did it?
Well, come back! Hey, get us off this... Goodbye.
Hello.
I can't believe I'm here. I'm okay. Phew. Okay. Yes. Yes, this looks correct. Those rock... Yes, exactly. Since most of my gear was destroyed, I depended on those... Once we get to the campsite, we'll use that as a starting... Let's go. This is it. Not exactly paradise. Yeah? Well, inside I'm a shattered wreck. Look at this thing. I think we need to grab an emergency power cell to get... Cute. When I was stranded, I set up a distress beacon powered by... The beacon was up there on the platform. Setting up this beacon probably saved my life. Who knows how long I would have been stranded here. hope we find a use for that before it spoils. We've located where the other shuttle went down. And so modest. The telemetry. We're going to have to head back. Let's get going. many life forms are roaming this planet? Time to find out. Had I been on this planet under more pleasant circumstances, I might have had more time to appreciate the beauty it has to offer. Cruise shuttle. But it looks like parts were scavenged and dragged somewhere else. Could there have been survivors?
I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing, and I will.
Oh my god. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not going to let anyone take my stuff again. No way. Hey, I'm not stupid. Last time people were here, they promised to help. They ended up tricking me. They stole all of my good stuff and left me behind. I'm not going to let them... Answers? How do I know you're telling the truth?
Stop it right now. Put away that gun and talk to us. We want to know what happened.
See? You're not nice at all. I knew it. You...
Sorry. I was wrong to get so angry. We are here to help you.
I don't know. You're kind of scaring me. The crew? No one's been looking for that crew since before I was born. So tell me another lie.
You were born here? Oh my god. Your parents?
Jenna and Elias.
Jenna and Elias. Private Jenna Marsh and Corporal Elias. Listen to me. I knew your parents. They worked with me on the Dauntless.
You're Sarah Morgan? My parents used to talk about you all the time. It's like a dream. Yeah? Well, my parents are dead. My father died a long time ago, and my mom... It's just me here now.
Let me ask you a question. Actually,
Oh, yeah. My name's Sona.
Sona. Sona, you mentioned...
Buried? Yeah. It's a bunch of stones with those necklaces like the ones my mom and dad had hanging on.
Thank you, Sona. I'm going to...
Okay, Sarah.
Phew. I don't even... Whew. Yeah. Oh, there's so much to process. But I don't have... If you want to help, then find that graveyard and bring me those... Good. Just... Sona's monsters are undoubtedly hostile.
go! Leave me alone!
Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We can't leave her here. It's not safe. Oh, I don't know what to do. I knew I could depend. Now all we have to do is convince this.
I can hear you talking about me. And I don't care what either.
Look, I'm clearly out of my element here and not in the right state of mind.
Why won't Sarah listen to me? Mom told me 1,000 times that it wasn't Sarah's fault that that I'm stuck here. That still doesn't mean I should leave the only home I ever had, does it? Mom and Dad told me there was a whole universe out there, with thousands of planets. They showed me the maps and the star charts. That does sound pretty cool, but well, it's also kind of scary. It would be hard. Mom told me there were really bad people out there. Worse than the ones I've already seen. But leaving Mom and Dad behind, it's really hard. I suppose you're right. Mom and Dad always promised that I'd leave here someday. I'm sorry I yelled at everybody. I'm going to go get my stuff, and then I'll board your ship. Don't worry, I'll stay.
That poor girl. Oh, I do hope we're ripping Sona from the only home she's ever known and casting her back into society. It's going to be difficult. Wherever she ends up, just promise me we'll check on her from time to time, please. Thank you. Look, before we leave Cassiopeia behind, I wanted to say one more thing to you. Perhaps at the Overlook. I promise it won't take long.
Let's talk another time. Lots of stuff to pack.
Look, before we head back to the ship, I wanted to tell you, you had to push me to come out here, and if I hadn't have listened to you, the universe would probably have never known about it. Oh yes, absolutely. You know, this is the second time I've been on this world, and until this very moment I never stopped to reflect it. Oh, look at this place. This is the reason I'm out here, exploring the stars. Worlds upon worlds, just waiting to have their beauty discovered. Shedding this burden of my past has finally allowed me to open my eyes, wider than they've ever been opened before. And it's all because of you. Perhaps. I suppose we'll both have to think about that for a while now, won't we? Well, I suppose it's time to bid goodbye to Cassiopeia once again. This time, under much happier circumstances. Now, let's head back to Jemison. I want to give those gene tags you gathered to Admiral Logan, and figure out what we're going to do with Sona. So, we eating at the Sagebrook, or is it just a quick snap from the Terra Brew?
Captain, can I help you?
You've got the Cabinet's full backing to prevent more attacks. Understand? Welcome back. Did you find your aunt?
Not only that, but we found someone there, alive, after her parents died. That poor girl spent years surviving on that.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. How could we have possibly known? Sona. Is that her name? She must be.
She's extraordinary, Admiral. And I'm afraid the United...
You're absolutely right, Sarah. We did let her down. One thing that I can assure you is that the names of these men and women will never be forgotten.
Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck to both of you. It's been an honor.
Once we're done here, we should have a little talk with Sona. Much as I'm eager to explore the universe, there's nothing quite like the feeling of returning home.
We should probably talk. There you are. I was wondering when...
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge.
Yeah, It was kind of hard, though. All these people around. Never seen so many people in my entire life. Yeah, it was. I guess I'll have to be brave.
You're already one of the bravest people. So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait.
Well, Auntie Sarah can't exactly afford that right now, but she can provide you with the best exploration.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of—
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona— If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the colony.
Sounds like a bad idea to me.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said top minds were on it. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
It allows us to spend more time together.
Okay, sounds good.
Look at this. All these people. I wonder how close I came to being reduced to just a name. You're probably right. That's why I keep you around, to hold my head above water and give me a swift kick in the arse once. And I care about you too. There's obviously some kind of a connection between us that... Just let me have another moment here, and then we can... Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Next time, use your jetpack. When things at the lodge are too much, I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know, melt away for a while. It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. I knew you'd appreciate it. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Constantly. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this. That's actually why I was... No, nothing like that at all. I just have a lot on my mind, and I am terrible at getting right to the point. I know you are. Just give me a moment. It's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learned about Sona has been constantly replaying in my mind. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that young girl's isolation feels like a reflection of my own life. Don't get me wrong. Compared to Sona, I've had it easy. I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, the Navigator Corps. Hell, even the UC military. Despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them a part of my life, they tend to drift away and disappear. I suppose. Well, if that's true, this challenge is wearing me down. Yeah, sure. And who wants to take on that responsibility? Wait a moment. That's exactly what you're saying, isn't it? Sorry, I just need a moment to gather my thoughts. I know you want to have a serious relationship. You want to become close. So, if you're willing to take that leap of faith with someone like me, then I'm ready to do the same. You're something truly special. You know that? You've helped me conquer my self-doubt, my confidence, hell, everything. For the first time in my life, I feel complete. And with you by my side, I'm convinced that feeling will last forever. You're the best thing that's happened to me in my life. I love you. Always. Hey there. Glad to see you again. Always and any time. You are the best thing. Hope we can talk later. We're going to be visiting the Astral Lab while we're here. I mean, that's a given, right?
Catherine Lucian keeps demanding you look into her husband's murder. Murder. Yeah, right. Hysterical old broad.
Hey there, Gotham.
Good. I'll let our techs know everything is in place. Now, on to the next. Oh, but before I forget, the results of your Astral Lounge escapades are in. I'm happy to say that the deal was officially called off.
Masako was very pleased with the outcome, so she arranged a bonus through Linden.
Apparently, you said all the right things when it came to Arthur. Quantum Synergies actually reached out to us to negotiate a potential deal. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Several other parties will be involved in that deal on a more legitimate level. And believe me, bonuses like this for operative? Not to mention you scored big in the reliability department. It makes this next assignment seem a bit lackluster, but in order to stay on top of the market, we have to know what our competition is doing. The next assignment requires a more brute force approach, since the chances of them sharing that information... Call it what you want. Your target is a prototype schematic for a new engine that Trident Luxury Lines. According to the rumors, it's projected to be 17% more efficient.
The current schematic was sent to their star yard to begin prototyping, so they could be in the office area or...
The Trident Star Yard orbits Aquila in the Cheyenne system, so I feel bad for whoever gets to inform the executives about the theft of some. Just remember to keep things clean.
Make it quick. I have a deadline. You're interrupting me. I doubt that. I check my schedule regularly, and this conversation was not on the budget. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous... Ms. Yuko Serrano? Senior Operations Specialist at Ryujin Industries? You may have a point. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me. Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate. I need you to locate. Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the Underbelly. Discarded items are her specialty. So, if you can manage to find it, bring it back to me. Perhaps I can best explain. There is an aquatic species on Voli Epsilon, which, by cruel irony or test of metal, hatches on dry land. Only 1 in 10,000 make it to adulthood. Most are eaten, some simply die in the crawl to the ocean. Meanwhile, there is a similar species that is born in the water itself. They never make this journey and thus never know its hardship. Which begs the question, is that fair? In the natural world, I'd agree. But here, we can make a change. I know what you're thinking, and I am not what you'd call a bleeding heart. Moreover, I find the Underbelly filthy and unsanitary. But I also believe in equity. I am well aware that my life came with a head start, so I try my best to balance the equation and bring the hatchlings. I don't wish to speak ill of them, of course. It's not their fault. But as much as I dislike the Underbelly, I will say this. It is a welcome change of pace. When you spend all day keeping secrets, a burden is placed on one's conscience. The time I spend volunteering sheds some... As you were.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Don't cause any trouble.
If Alexis asks about me, Imogene told me she hired another operative. Welcome to the team. I can't speak for what every operative does. But me personally, I'm a field agent. I specialize in gathering intel that our techs can't get. Especially... Most assignments take me to the Astral Lounge or Paradiso. It's an incredible job. Great perks, too. It's great, as far as I'm concerned. I have a lot of respect. She's not afraid to take what she wants. And hates paperwork. But what I like the most? She trusts us to get things done. Some other time, then.
Nice to catch you in the office. I hope we're keeping you busy. Well, technically, everyone in operations is dedicated to supplying the other departments with you operatives, field agents, and technicians alike supply information or get results that our executives use every day to make things happen. I'm just on the more legit side of things, or the boring side, as some might call it. Have a great day.
I've got my eye on you.
I heard about your run-in with Tomo. That guy will never learn.
I'd hate to be on Miss Olzo's bad side.
Can I help you?
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Help yourself.
Door's over that way.
Ooh, how can these workers stand the smell of rotten fish and goodness knows what?
Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but would you mind coming back later? We're actually closed right now. I just forget to pull down the shutters. I'm afraid so. Perhaps another time. Yes, yes. Hello. I'm sorry. We're actually... I'm afraid so. Perhaps... Yes, yes.
If you got any spare creds, I can always take them off your... Hey, Chief, you got it? Thank you kindly. You're a class bat. I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation. Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a happy... And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets. That won't happen with this slate. It's like wind resistant. Way ahead of you, Chief. I was gonna wipe that slate like a dirty... You tell your pal at Ryujin all his weird corporate secrets.
What I don't sell?
Tevin Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise, you don't want this.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
How goes this? There's always work to be done. Pace yourself, but make it a fast one. I see. That is, given my deadline, I'll go ahead and rewrite the data and pass it on. If the data on the original slate has been erased, then no harm is done. Say, the cost will come out of your reward. Of course, you understand. But thank you.
I received a message from my mother a few days ago. She's returned from another... Ah, that's right. I haven't really spoken about her to you. My mother lives in a fairly remote location, so we rarely speak. Sure, when you're young. But as soon as you get older and they begin controlling your life, that's when you need to strike out on your own. Oh, I'm certain they felt they were doing the right... You see, both of my parents were diplomats working under the flag of the UC Administrative Division. After I completed my basic education, they signed me up for a one-year apprenticeship in their department, without bothering to ask. Wanted isn't the right word. For my apprenticeship, I was sent to Sidonia. My job consisted of drafting political policies and arbitrating. The silver lining of the job was that it allowed me to spend time exploring every... I was swallowed. Months before the apprenticeship ended, I dumped my diplomatic certification and, of course, my parents didn't approve. We had a huge argument. Well, that wasn't the worst of it. You see, my father was killed during the opening shots of the... I returned to Jemison for the funeral and reunited with my mother. Oh, aren't you sweet? Always concerned with how I'm feeling. That's why I fell in love with you. Your smile... Listen, I'm going to be completely upfront with you. All this talk of family... You mean that? I've been dreaming about this moment and still... I don't know what to say. Yes, of course. Yes. I just need a little time to think about the ceremony. I have some thoughts about it. You know, I used to dream about finding the love of my life. And here you are. All I ever needed was you, right here beside me.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Painful memories or not, it's good to be home.
You really had me going there for a second. All this talk about death and dying. And here you are, not looking a day over 60.
My friend, clearly those years on Mars have not been good for your eyesight.
I'm a miner. I can't see unless I'm peering through a cloud of dust.
You'll get used to the sun. Trust me, you won't die.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss Martian booze. I came to see my friend, so I could say hello, but that won't be for a long time. When I read her letter, I thought she was on death's door. But she's not even on the same street. She's got plenty of time left. It's been over 20 years since I've been here. A lot's different, but like the chunks. In fact, I think they're still using the same chunks from when I left. See ya.
I can't believe Hattie's here. And she looks so youthful. I always knew Hattie was full of vigor and life. Her words tend to leap, no, fly. It's fine, child. Just as a shadow cannot exist without light, death is merely proof that a person has lived. I lived a life in 3 parts. The first was full of discovery. The second, and now comes the third act. Oh, so you have seen the light and have returned safely. This gives me comfort, knowing I will see my friend again. Yes, and the doctors tell me I don't have long. But even so, I feel it. Not in my bones, as people are wont to say. I feel it in my heart. Like you're about to swipe the last page on a good book. Turn off the lights. I am glad you brought my friend here to wish me good night. I'm close to 80 years old, so I will spare you the law. To put it simply, I lived, and I loved. And really, does a person need You don't need my advice. You're alive. And you've survived everything. Which is to say, you are an achievement. A gift. Just enjoying the view. These days, my favorite, the wind, the trees, they all be well.
You've been given a precious opportunity. Seize it and never look back. That Aquila City bank robbery story on SSN?
Of course it was. Oh, I was so proud. My child.
I nearly dropped my drink. You were dealing with... You always did have a silver.
As soon as I saw that story, I talked with Linda. You know Mrs. Ming across the hall, and she didn't believe me.
I swear our friends think we're making you up. I almost want you to show up in your finest constellation outfit at poker night, just so... What I would give... But next time, let us know you got a story coming on.
Might save your dad from having a...
You came. You eating well out there? It's easy just to survive. Well, I do what I can. You remember Grandpa's restaurant? Last time you were there, you must have been some of the best. Service with a grunt. Hole in the walls have the best food. Your grandfather taught me what... He didn't want me to go to uni. I was the only one interested in the...
But when he got on in the years, he trusted me with his meatloaf. No, I'm not. I don't know if anything I taught you about cooking stuck, but you gotta promise not to ship. I swear Dad's go. See that you do. Any meat will do. If it's dry, sorry, a bit of a moment. Retirement's treating me well. Don't say anything to your mom. Not that I mind. Take care,
Regina, the president of...
Oh, I know all about her.
Well, she's making me redo the whole report from scratch because she gave me the wrong information.
You worked on that for days.
I know. I swear next election, I'm stepping down. I can't stand her.
Are we looking for solutions or sympathy?
What? Oh, what's this about?
Fred from the poker group said 90% of all marital strife would go away if you just know whether you need to offer help or a friendly ear.
Fred's a wise man. I suppose sympathy.
Then that Regina is a monster. There ought to be a law.
Damn straight. The house constellation sounds... I missed you so much, darling.
Damn it. Do we have to get up already?
They still want you to consult.
They are not used to anyone saying no.
Do you regret it?
Not one bit. When I go to sleep, I got a clean conscience. Working for them. It would be hard to look myself in the mirror. You are still all right with that? Signing bonus alone.
I love you all the more for it.
Remember when I said I like to be close to you? Now you know exactly what I meant.
Feel free to grab anything you need.
I figured it would be years until I saw you again. And here you are.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land. Star Yard acknowledging hail. All customers are warmly welcome.
Repeating your name into a data slate for 5 hours.
Captain Kevin, greetings.
Welcome to Trident Luxury
I'm not certain why we're visiting this star yard. It's doubtful any of us have the credits to afford these overpriced vessels.
It is an honor to be part of something so great.
Welcome to Trident.
pilgrim come to see where space travel is Welcome to Trident Luxury Lines. I envy you. Stepping in here for the first time can be an almost religious experience. Why, of course it is. And obviously you're someone who knows quality. But I digress. Well, look. A trident isn't about cost. It's about status. It's about making a statement while being pampered like royalty. So, if you have to ask, well then, we might not be for you. I'm honored to be the head of marketing and advertising here at Trident. It's a job that I take very seriously, educating the masses about the opulence of our cruises. But I can't think of any great... Of course I do. It's a great honor to work for Trident in this capacity. I'm also marketing hope, something for people to strive for, enjoying one of our... And so my message to the consumer is this. If you work hard enough and put in everything you have... Ah, what a pleasure it is to speak to someone with true vision. Back to work.
Trident has been defining elegance for generations.
I have to admit, your abilities are making me a bit jealous.
While we scan you for contraband. That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
You're out there a lot, right?
Just the person I wanted to see. And we aim to keep it that. I need to deliver this to Vina so she can start the reverse engineering process, but first, I've upgraded your security level so you can access the executive floor, where her office is. Tell her assistant Maeve you have an appointment. I won't be far behind.
That is an absolutely gorgeous statue. The craftsmanship, it's unparalleled. I wonder if it was hand-carved.
Can I help you? Name an appointment. Confirmed. Ularu is wrapping up a meeting with... You can wait here or in the lobby area. I'll let you know when she's... I see Imogene Salso is supposed to be with you.
I'm right here, Maeve.
Good. It should just be a moment. Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now.
Ularu, is that always your response? I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. No, we can talk details later. My next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Good, you're finally here. The one I've been... I'm Ularu Chen, head of upper... So tell me, what do you... In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning out to be quite accurate. Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do, and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments, and 1 specialized.
And on top of all that, a flawless record. It's no wonder they love you up here. I happen to have a personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
He's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding, so you'll need to decide how to... That's exactly the type of operative I want. Someone who doesn't take no for an answer. Your contact is Simon Ryujin. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd is working on. He said it's a game changer that Ryujin would be especially interested in. So his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits. So if you have negotiation skills, use them. Simon's been working with us for years, so he'll pose no threat to you. He's paranoid, which is why I assume he's never been caught. But his information is typically worth it. Now, in order to confirm your identity, I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because...
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it?
Oh my god, you corporate types never cease to amuse me. Now I feel like I'm trapped in some kind of spy thriller B-movie.
They're a batball team that sucks. They have about as much chance of winning the Universal Championship as Aurora does of going legal outside of Neon. Simon despises batball, though, which is why he crafted that response you give in return. According to Simon Ryujin, it's the only real sport in the galaxy. But if you want a lesson in sports, just ask him. You'll find him in Sidonia, so I hope your ship's fueled. Just look for him above the LuxCon.
You spoke very highly of this one, Genie. Let's hope he doesn't... Now, if you'll excuse me...
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I've got my eye on you.
Well, that wasn't too bad for your She does, doesn't she? You come. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy your time in... I worked with Simon a lot in my time as a field op. He's a perpetually grumpy man, but I think he just likes to... Getting close to people isn't a luxury he can afford in his line of work. For you? No. Only Ularu calls me that, and it's not up for negotiation. Only that it's vastly different than Neon. There's... And don't worry about it being in UC territory. Simon's smart, so... Just make sure your ship is clean before reaching Mars orbit. Remember, Aurora is illegal there, so if you have any on you...
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
My career will be over if this deal falls through.
Don't wander into any restricted area.
Ugh, I lived on Mars for an entire year. And I'm... convinced I'll never get used to the dusty air.
Careful down near the mines, and enter any active sites at your own risk.
Enhance offers many. We all want to look our best. Am I right? Stay well.
Oh, I swear the next gobshite miner who walks in here fancying me for lack of better options is gonna need enhanced to put their...
Let me guess. Well, that's a relief. You'd be surprised. Sorry. I tend to think the worst, since the overwhelming majority of my patients come here to... I know it's my job to help people, and I'm Dr. Flynn.
Bollocks! Is that how I come off now? Work's getting to me, I suppose. It's just... You see, no one on this... It's always, Dr. Flynn, reattach me arm, or help me with this frostbite. Well, maybe if you took the time to properly dress yourself for the outside, you wouldn't be losing your fingers, you idiot. Sorry for the rant, just for a change, I'd rather be treating the common cold, and not some horrific yet entirely preventable accident. You know, I've been saying that going on 10 years now. You'd think I'd take me own advice. Open up my own practice on a nice, safe world. Maybe settle down with someone. I'd be much happier. But the truth is, the pay is exceptional here, and all these careless Egypts keep me busy. Maybe it's enough to stay with it and retire early instead. I've often wondered why myself. I've got some theories. From what I hear, but I also happen to know the miners can get very competitive, since their bonuses are determined by how well they exceed. So that leads to a bunch of meatheads going out of their way to avoid following safety precautions and taking shortcuts to squeeze out a little extra job performance. Really? Oh, good. All right. You're good to go. Stay healthy.
You're listening to the Settled Systems News Network.
We got a lot of good stuff here. Hello, well, I've got a little of this and it, but that's because I try to provide for everyone. Oh, friendo. You see, not only do I sell goods for the United Colonies, I also need to receive. Why, even now I have this big delivery. Tracking says it is here, but the ship is out in the desert of Mars, not where it should be. Ship services tells me they can look at it, but I need my... You could? Yes? Take care of anything on board. Then come back to me. You did not find my cargo ship yet, I take it?
I think I'm gonna get my face worked.
Take a look.
To look like a completely different...
Hey, catch you on the flip side.
We interviewed one of the key participants, a member of
the Sidonia, what a dump. You lost? Or just come to ask another... Only good thing worth talking about these days. Speaking of, looks like the galactic... You're damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. I have information on a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd. and... It's my belief that your employers would be highly interested in... It's steep, yes.
Oh, that's a bit of a steep price for the
You've got a good sense for value, my friend. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself. Best guess is it has something to do with Infinity getting into the neuroamp business. Stanley Macmillan seemed to think Ryujin would be the one company threatened by this news, so their entry must involve something. Oh, they will.
What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what? What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what? Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. It's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion. Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat. Right? I'm telling you.
Used to think I was Vanguard material.
Deal. We ought to be selling this to Inception or Quantum. Hell, you should be in the Astro Lounge making Ryujin Industries beg for that tech.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the
That'd
UC
be
Navy?
the greatest irony
If
of
you
them
ask
all,
me,
but
that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
Dominion is finally gonna put Infinity first. We'll beat Ryujin at their own game.
Make sure you check every entry. There might be some embedded data we could use to our advantage.
Leeches are just lovely. Perhaps we should help Dennis and clear these things out.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
Ah, no rush, but... well, actually, the quicker you find my cargo ship, the better. Oh, no. I hope they did not get into my cargo and ruin anything. Yes, but you found the ship and its cargo, and that is good at least. I will send someone. Maybe I will have more jobs for you. Hey, friendo. Got any special goods you're... Ah, plenty. Oh, wait. You mean more work from me for you? As a matter... You know how I have that shh business? Well, I could use some help acquiring more goods to sell. How would you feel about obtaining them for... No. Well, they may not be entirely legitimate, but I assure you that you'll be obtaining equipment from renegades, enemies of the settled systems. So really, you're doing it? Excellent, friendo. I have a buddy who gives me information on where to find renegades throughout the stars, and you will go there and get the items I need from them. I don't want to hear details on how you get them, but you will likely need to use force, so be careful. And try not... I hope what I'm asking for is not too difficult for you, but... Hey, how to explain without make? Friendo is more for people I do not know, but wish to know better, like a customer or someone like you. A buddy is someone I know for a long time. Maybe one day you will be my buddy when I tell others about you, but it takes some time. Ah, yes, it is the accent. I have been asked this before. Do not worry, I take no offense. From a very young age, I spent most of my life among the stars, aboard one ship or another. I picked up many ways of speaking. Because of this, the way I speak sounds strange to some, but that is the price I pay for knowing all the languages I do. The UC, my employer, they try to furnish my exchange with plenty, but other planets, they need more, so... But me, I get a little bit of this and that from here and there, and... Be safe out there!
If we want to find a place to stay while we're here, I've heard that the Hotel Voli is top-notch.
Better watch out.
All your hectic needs. Packaged food?
If you have a moment, say hello to my wife, Rosa.
Well, I'll be.
I reckon I should have. This whole time I've been so angry at Seeger for making...
What did I tell you? You assumed the...
I knew when I told you so. Thanks for your help on this. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair...
Need something?
This could be the most important meeting of my career.
Well, that took longer than expected. I hope whatever information Simon... Project Dominion? That can't be right. Give me a moment to run a decryption. Let's see... Got the key, deciphering, and... done. Well. Looks like our friend Simon wasn't joking. Project Dominion isn't an Infinity LTD prototype. It's one of ours. They didn't even bother to scrub the name, meaning someone never thought they'd get caught. And come with me. Masako needs to hear about this.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Hey, Em.
Ularu? What is this about? Who is this?
This is our latest junior operative. I sent him on an assignment to rendezvous with an informant. But here's the real news. Infinity Ltd. has gotten their hands on Project Dominion.
Impossible.
Not only that, they're trying to sell it under their own name.
Of course they are. We need fines to investigate this immediately. Since you found this information, You see, Project Dominion is confidential. It requires a high security clearance to even know it exists. If Infinity Ltd. has obtained any information on it, that means we have a very well-connected mole within our corporation. I suppose, since we're trusting you in this investigation, I can give you some details. Project Dominion is our latest advancement in neuroamp technology. Our current neuroamps are all external devices, but Project Dominion would be the first surgically implanted internal neuroamp on the market. The project itself was nearing completion, which is why exposing the mole is of utmost importance. We can't allow any more research to fall into their hands. Because you exposed this information. That won't mean you'll be exempt from
My goodness, Ryujin has a mole problem. Huh. And here I thought your screening process would weed those individuals out. Such a shame.
Exactly. I want you to go see Dalton Fines, our chief security. You've brought an enormous security violation. And thank you. Some operatives may have seized this as an opportunity for extortion. It's good to know you're loyal.
Ryujin CEO is no joking.
Good. You're here. So, thanks to your work in Sidonia, I'm told someone here has leaked information on Project... A mole within the company means a failing in my department. We're initiating Security Directive Theta, which means a full sweep of every employee in this building, Masako and myself included. Directive Theta allows for a third party to conduct the sweep. This way, the results can be objective. It's certainly a failing. But for now, Directive Theta has one unique case, and that's Ularu Chen. The directive calls for a specialized programmer known as Nix to investigate her. But he'll need your assistance for an... Ularu has the ability to thwart any investigation, so it's imperative she knows nothing about this directive. Her knowledge and talents are why she's the chief of operations. So she is the best equipped to... We don't deal in trust here. Think more in terms of mutual benefit. Nyx will be giving you a program to run on Ularu's computer that will pull any data needed to prove her guilty or innocent. Your job is to infiltrate Ryujin Tower as an anonymous outsider in order to run this program. Complete. This means your keycard will be turned off, and the security guards in the building. We employ over 100 members of our security team who wrote. It's possible you'd be recognized, but even so, my orders authorized security personnel only. And you certainly won't qualify, making you an immediate. If you get caught, the guards will follow standard procedure and lock you up in a cell, provided you don't provoke them. And these are your fellow employees. We want this. Directive Theta requires utmost secrecy for success. We don't know what connections the mole may have, so we can't risk informing our security. At least one of us is. In the meantime, I'll ensure all non-essential employees, Ularu included, have left the building. During that time, I'll be unlocking access to the tower's ventilation system. I'm also issuing you a disruptor, which should help in avoiding casualties, Ularu doesn't know about Directive Theta, but she'll fully expect a building closure while we investigate. As far as she knows, it's standard procedure, one that she no doubt has already made a comment. This is why we're bringing in a third party. She won't be expecting to go up against Neon's best. And it's also why secrecy is of... It concerns me that you don't know. A disruptor is a non-lethal weapon. It will stun your target. Good. No one can know about this, not even our own guards. You'll meet Nyx at Madame Sauvage's place. He knows Directive Theta has been enacted.
See ya. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. A gang. Worst gang there is. And that's not up. We gotta look out for each other. Us crate rats, you kinda wish they weren't just holed up and... Well, you'll find them at Madame Sauvage's. They're always holding... So, what with the disciples? Hey, thanks. Look, I mean it. Go back to the plaza. Ain't nothing but shit in there.
It's messed up when a guy like me is better off than those people carving chasm or working a desk. You got an appointment? 'Cause if not,
Still cheaper than buying it at the Astronaut.
Oh yeah, Dalton's little... I've written up a program just for the occasion, but as Ryujin knows, it's yours for either a price or a favor. A pleasure, Ezel. Your job is simple. Just run this little beauty on Ilaru. Once you're done, bring the slate back to me at my place. Whatever encryption Ilaru has is bound... It's nice to see you know more than just sneaking around and talking a good game. Here's the slate.
Hey, I'm busy. You want the good stuff?
What are you looking at?
Only the upstairs.
Fine, upstairs. This is what's missing these days. Yeah, used to be people were afraid of the strikers. Now the disciples got us pet.
Andrea!
Fine, fine. Do you have anything else? So you stroll in here and maybe you should meet...
No blood in my...
Fine, fine. You know, I'll just do...
Hey, get away from me.
Hey there! Can I get you?
Strikers look out for one another, right? Strikers look out for one another, right? Strikers look out for one another. Strikers look out for one another, right? Strikers look out for one another, right? Strikers look out for one another, right?
Bad luck for you! Ah, next time.
Strikers look out for one another, right?
Look, I ain't gonna stand around here all day, right?
Quit hovering. You're gonna make... You got an appointment. Oh, yeah. I've written up...
Look, I've bought Aurora.
Oh, I'm pretty sure...
Still cheaper than buying it at the Astra Lounge. Now, this is the last time I'm gonna ask. Then I'm walking away. Do you want this stuff or not?
Ryujin is my second best. I do get an awful lot of business from... In my experience. Now pay up. A pleasure. Your job is simple. Once you're done, it's nice to see. Here's the slate.
I wasn't doing anything.
You don't have places like this.
What are you looking at?
Only the...
Fine, upstairs. This... Yeah, you used to be people were afraid of this. Now the disciples got...
Andrea!
Fine. Do you have it? So maybe you should meet...
No blood in my...
Fine, fine. You know, I'll just do...
Love the vibe. Aurora, it's a mood. You feel me? I'm a free spirit, but if there's two, Aurora's mine. Think so? I know people say, but the corpse can put up 1,000 billboards, and they still won't define what lights up the street. When I was a kid, my parents used to dress me in these old man sweatsuits, because it was always... But even then, my sense of style was always there, deep in the marrow, you know? It got so bad I started cutting up my clothes. When I finally could afford some new threads, it was like meeting my soulmate in person. After a decade of... Diosdado's my dad's name, and his dad before him. I used to go by Trey, but when the old man passed, I decided to do him a solid and wear the name without the name. Even back on Sol, my ancestors were island people. And Volii Alpha being an ocean world, I feel their spirits with me. Zona!
Nothing like a velocity after a rough shift at Xeno. What? What are you looking at? Yeah, catch you later.
You want to join us? Not some daring adventure bullshit you can brag to your friends about. People that come to us. There was a time when we were the only one. Let me tell you about us. It's us against every goddamn thing the world can throw at us.
It's been a little too much of that hell going.
Vogel, not the time. We do everything we can to make. I prefer we fleece the marks. Not so fast. I gotta get to know you. What would you bring to the street? We get into our fair share of conflict. But having someone skilled, done anything special? Right. So you're one of those. I'm not sure what your game is. You're going up against some people's. The test is to find out. We're fully in alignment there.
I can't understand this sudden urge to join the Strikers gang. I can think of about 100 better ways.
There's a warehouse they use, one of our friends.
Oh, that's my job.
You want it? Too bad. I want someone that can consider this.
I know Rick said
Actually
go
going
quiet
to do
or
this.
whatever. I said take as many of the disciple bastards out as you can.
Maybe you'd like to try a velocity.
always a pleasure. Okay, but I...
you take care of the right people, they take care of you. So, you made it. Guess Ryujin secure. Just brimming with confidence, aren't you? But I've seen your work in the trade tower, so I'll at least give you some credit. Now, I'll take that program back that I gave you, and let's give the data a look. The program I gave you to run on Ularu's computer basically opens an all-access backdoor for me. I can see everything and anything, so let's take a look. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now. Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in new encryption for him as well, so he's the only one that can view these. And done. You're all set. Dalton's going to be busy with this one. I've got the new encrypted slate. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on while running all my... You do that. Here's the slate. As usual.
I've got my eye on you.
Let's hear your report. I assume you were successful. I didn't get any incident reports last night, so... It will be handled. Now, let's see what... I didn't think it was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few I had in mind for who could pull this off. Well, the motive could be anything. Credits? Either that, or she's highly disciplined. Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question. I want you to head to her office and escort her here. We have to make sure she don't... If she runs, the guilt will be apparent. And you'll have no choice. As much as I'd like you to subdue her and bring her in, she knows what fate lies ahead for those who betray this corp. I just want to avoid a scene. Sending you keeps the room... Good. When you're dealing with corporate workers...
Don't cause any trouble.
I better do this right.
Just waiting for her info. As usual.
You won't get any work done talking to me. Let me guess. Looking for I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here. Which is a shame, since I have several She's always been the master of avoiding There are work skills and there are life skills. I can't help it if I have both. I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping close tabs on my counterpart. Dare I... Arn, I have Imogene's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton. Is there an echo in the room? Yeah, Frankie's is a front. Crap convenience store on the outside, high-tech hideout on the inside. Of course, the only people that really know that are Ryujin, Bayu, and the Syndicate itself. Your guess is as good as mine. I could tell she was trying to cover her tracks, but this is my job. And there's a reason I'm in charge. Good. I'd hate to see what sort of drama might get stirred up if you went around him. Or maybe I'd love it. Keep the workplace. Good luck finding Imogene.
I thought the Imogen was supposed to be in today.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
No Imogen, I see. Good. Of course, Yuko would know. If Imogen's with the Syndicate, I can't just send you after her. We have to make sure he's aware of the situation. If we're lucky... Bayu owns the Sioka Syndicate. For you to walk in there without discussing it with him first could be seen as a violation of our business relation. Good, because without it, this adds a... Head over to the trade tower. He may ask for credits, or even a favor. It shouldn't be for anything. Bayu is a businessman. The sooner, the better. Just be sure to bring her back here in one piece. If she resists or tries to run, we have no choice but to take it as an admission of guilt. I'm afraid you're... The risk of Imogen continuing to operate as a traitor is too high. If we don't dispose of her now, she knows the consequences of betraying Ryujin. If the situation does take a turn for the worst, I only ask that you perform a thorough search for any evidence. I trust you won't let your past relation...
My career will be over if this
Not interested.
Have your fun. Live your best life.
Seems like Prince of Fleas everywhere these days.
Our certified technicians.
As soon as that.
I think I got them.
I don't recall sending for anyone. What do you want? No. I can always make time when it comes to an old friend. So, what would be the reason? I may consider Ryujin an ally, but Dalton especially knows I don't give anything blindly. As long as it doesn't involve the Syndicate members themselves, I'll tell you what. I'll make sure the Syndicate lets you in hassle-free, provided you do a little something for me. And what mutual benefit would that be? This is starting to sound like my kind of deal. All right. You talk a good game. And I suppose if we're looking at a mutually beneficial situation, there's no reason for me not to allow such a small favor. Check in with Ms. Moore at Frankie's. I'll send word along that you're to be expected, so she shouldn't give you any trouble. Fair warning, the Syndicate should let you search any common areas, but if anyone catches you snooping around private quarters, I'll just say, be prepared for some hostilities.
longer have a crimson fleet.
Can I help you? You lost, kiddo? Oh, so you're the one getting special treatment. I've got one rule for you in there. So it shouldn't be hard to remember. Third floor is off limits. They catch you snooping around. I'm more of an honorary member. I let them take up residence in the back, keep things looking. They keep this business afloat, so finances That's what I like. For the record, I'm only granting you access because You'll find that young lady you're looking for holed up in a room almost straight ahead. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize. The less you consider this...
Back off. No funny business.
Hey, ever catch sight of the boss?
No, you?
Never. I'm beginning to think there is a boss.
I figured our paths would cross sooner or later. Not that I thought I was safe, but I never expected anyone to just slip by all the syndicate here. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after me. You stay in this business long enough, you get enough favors and connections that can help you see anything coming. Nyx owed me a favor and gave me the heads up. I know this doesn't look good, but Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, not benefit. And Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to deliver it. At least, intentionally. Of course. But first you have to understand, she used me to play an unwitting part in this, so I'm the one that takes the fall. That's why I said it'd be impossible for me to intentionally... I'm not the one with motive here. First, I'm not about to reboot my life. Second, I'm not spending the rest of my life looking over my shoulder for the next field op they'd send after me. Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of leaking. But that tech is dangerous. An internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu used it to set me up. What better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the actions? Because she knows I'm the most believable target. I'm the only one at Ryujin with the skills to even come close to being able to pull off a job. Power, of course. Corporations maintain their success by any means necessary, but there are some measures Masako is reluctant to take.
You may have noticed that none of your assignments directly involve murder. Masako reserves those actions only when it's absolutely necessary. Ularu sees this as a sign of weakness that needs to be dealt with. It's the only scenario that makes sense. Besides, what's my motive? My career is solid at Ryujin. Infinity can't possibly beat my current benefits. Believe me, after having to play double agent, I've learned all of this firsthand. Yes, it's what the technology does, and it explains why the evidence against me is so solid. Come to think of it, it also explains a few strange bouts of disorientation I've been having the past few months. I know it doesn't look good, but that's exactly why I've been gathering my own evidence. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind a desk for years now. I knew she'd miss something. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I just need you to deliver. Nix's contract limits his investigation to Ularu's computer and her network activity. I hacked into building security and was able to recover deleted records of her accessing the Project Dominion prototype. I guarantee the third-party company Dalton is using for his security directive Theta won't even notice it. I was hoping you would. I'm still going to lay low until I hear. As long as Ularu still thinks I'm on the run, she'll remain confident that her plan is working. And I know you don't hear it much around the office, but thanks.
This means you.
I have some sleep break units available.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the hotel.
Private sector.
Get out of my face. You want to gawk at something? Take it to the
Neuroamps? Oh, yeah. Goes back.
Well, look who's back. So tell me, what... Inside the Syndicate? That area's off limits, and I think we both know. Imogene knew exactly what she was doing when she... Oh my. Imogene pointing the finger at Ularu. Ularu will want her head when she finds it. Those two have been a team ever since Imogene started. And saying they had a student-teacher relationship is probably... For either one to betray what we all assumed they had, it's more than a bit surprising. Of course she did. Imogene knows better than to make an accusation like that without being able to... I can't wait to see. This situation is gonna give Dalton some serious... At least it sounds like Imogene has it under control. For now. A mole? No. Ularu's not about to work for another corp. If she's betraying Ryujin, she's doing it under her own personal... If I were you, I'd leave it up to Dalton. If there's even a chance that Ularu is betraying the company, you'll never find out if she knows she's under investigation. You and me both. Imogene and I may not always get along, but there's no one better at her job. Besides, I don't have the patience to build a relationship with someone new.
They know how to make a wonderful welcome here.
Don't caught. Is any trouble?
You're back. So you did find her, and yet failed to bring her in. Of course. We've scrubbed security footage and run through access card permission. The project itself is an enormous security risk, but our lead R&D engineer, Vina Khan. Well, this evidence complicates the situation if it points to Ularu. It's going to take me some time to pass, because if it's legitimate, we need absolute certainty. You realize, if Imogene has misled you, she'll be long gone by now. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of writing up a report to summarize. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. She wants... Vina's the head of our research and development. She's the creator of Project Dominion, and often considered the protege of Ray Decaris, Ryujin's founder. Masako's been focusing on how to deal with Infinity Ltd. And their knowledge. I believe her plans rely heavily on... Once I've examined this evidence, And not a word about this to anyone. I'll present what I have to the board once I've completed a full...
This deal is huge for the company.
Got my eye on you.
Damn, where the hell did I put that torch?
need that Rothicite if we want to complete the neuroamp.
I'm just concerned the entire station was wiped out by... something.
Don't worry. We'll figure it out and get that shipment back.
Hey there.
Good. You're here.
See you again.
It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with... In due time. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics. So, our top priority is Let me introduce you to Vina Kalra, head of research and...
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Oh yeah, marketing and finance wouldn't have it any other way.
No one wants their greatest asset used again. Once Vina can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, The plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection. You're a Ryujin employee, and we need a job. We've trusted you this far, so... We expect our employees to do whatever. Consider this an opportunity, not a risk. Besides, you're in good hands with... Good. I'm glad you see...
And I love a willing subject. Now it's just a matter of getting the key ingredient. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothosite.
Which is where I come in. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to gather, refine, and ship the rothosite straight to us. Their last shipment is late, and neither we nor Consolidated Mining have had any communication with the Carinae station. My thoughts exactly.
We need you to head out there, secure the shipment, and bring it back here so Vina can complete it. And I want to know what happened. We need to take any safety measures to make sure this... Unfortunately, yes. Extensive tests and research were done on the planet, so the chances that this is environmental are slim. And setting up a station like this is second nature for Consolidated Mining, with plenty of redundancies in place to handle mechanical failures. That's what I like to hear.
The mining station is CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. The shipment should be in the research and control tower, but the outside doors are kept locked down. This keycard will let you enter the mines so you can access the tower from the inside.
If you want help, happy to listen. I'm right behind you.
Do you need anything? Your clothes cleaned, your boots polished, your mirror